Shake-up at one Sacramento high school after days of student protests there and students walking out. Some of those students have officially returned to class.
Meanwhile, the school's top administrator resigned, saying the charter school's leadership has been neglecting students. Fox 40's Doug Johnson spoke with that former administrator as well as the school's CEO and president. Doug, what did they have to say about this?
Yeah, well, Nikki, like you guys said, many of the demands from the students have since been met. But like you said, the administrator, she resigned, and she's now issuing a warning saying some of the deeper issues that had to do with the school and some of the students' anger with the school, she says they still remain. And she says a fix isn't going to happen overnight.
So I think we'd hopefully never have to get to a point where they have to walk out because we've figured out the right structure of communication to address their issues.
Jake Mossaware is the CEO and president of St. Hope, the local education agency which runs Sacramento High Independent Charter School. He says the 250 or so students out of around 700 who were staging walkouts last week have since returned to class.
We've learned a lot from this, and so while I think at certain times it was painful to see, I'm kind of, frustrated probably like everybody else that had to get to that level. At least it was an opportunity for us to wake up a little bit, pay attention to some things, and now start to work through how to address them. And so
students started walking out over dress code and cell phone use policies, but students tell Fox 40 also at issue were the dismissal of many minority teachers and staff over the summer. But Mossaware says no teachers were laid off, and in fact, some quit. However, some staff members were let go.
We did have to eliminate some positions last year in order to make our budget balance. If we're going to deal with less students, we have to have a little bit less staff.
Students also told Fox 40 they felt rushed off campus when school let out for the day. Another issue Mossaware says has been resolved.
We did make some adjustments. We wanted to make sure that school is now open basically for another hour after school. So every day there's a little bit more flexibility in time.
Meanwhile, Christina Smith, the school's top administrator, resigned this week, saying school leaders had a history of neglecting students.
I think for many years now at this point, administration has not looked to those who care most, the students, the families, the teachers and staff.
Smith tells Fox 40 by phone her bosses originally did not want to listen to students' demands at all.
It was suggested that those students or students who are involved receive consequences for being involved, and I thought that that would only escalate the situation and create further resentment.
And Mossaware tells us he is now setting up the framework so that students can voice some of their concerns to school administrators to try and avoid having to come to the point where they need to walk out ever again. Reporting live in Sacramento, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.